The purpose here is to give you some instruction in how to wax cross-country skis. This is a wax bench. The wax bench is attached to the workbench and it clamps the ski into place. We're going to wax this ski for glide, what's called glide wax. These are skate skis, so we want to put as fast a surface as possible on the base of the skis. The first thing you have to do is very aggressively brush the bottom of the ski. The brushing is going to remove any dirt and grit and grime that may have been deposited from the last time we skied. Also, if there's any burrs on the bottom, it's going to help clean that up. So you want to bear down very hard and brush several times, working from front to back. This is a brass brush. I have another brush that I'll use later, which is a nylon brush. I also have a vacuum cleaner here. You could have just wiped that off if you wanted, rather than using the vacuum cleaner with a rag, which I have here. Now, this is a waxing iron. The waxing iron is set at a specific temperature. You see the temperature dial right here. This is the wax that I'm going to use, and the next lesson will be about which waxes to use. What we do is hold the waxing iron above the ski, and we're going to drip the wax onto the ski, moving quickly and expertly, back to front and front to back, until we've got little drips like that over the entire base of the ski. I attempted not to get a lot of wax on the groove, in the groove of the ski. You'll see the groove of the ski is filling up now with wax, but I'm looking to make sure that I'm getting a nice even coat of wax over the entire bottom of the ski. And I can see that it's melting nicely and coating the bottom of the ski. Notice I'm working from back to front, and I'm moving fairly quickly. I have to melt the wax, but I don't want to leave the iron in any one place too long. Doing that could potentially burn the base of the ski. Okay, so that's well done. Now we have the groove of the ski. We also want to get some of the heat of the waxing iron into the groove of the ski. So you notice I'm holding the waxing iron on its edge, and it's melting the wax down the groove of the ski. And that's it. The next step is to just let the wax dry on the ski to room temperature for about 20 minutes. I'll set that over here. I have another ski that I've just done that exact same process to 20 minutes ago. So this ski is dry, and you'll see it's not shiny like the previous one that you just saw. It's cool to touch, and now my mission is to scrape the wax off the ski. Now I have tools to do that. The first tool that I have is a groove scraper. We see it right here. This is got various shapes. It will embed into the groove. I want to scrape the groove first. Then I have a regular flat scraper. So the first step here is to just, starting from front to back, everything you do should be from front to back. And you see the wax is just flying out of the groove. You want to be very careful not to accidentally slip and scrape over the bottom of the ski like that. You can, unless you apply pressure straight down into the groove, you have the chance of doing that. That will mar the bottom of the ski because the plastic in the scraper is harder than the plastic in the base of the ski. The next thing is, with this flat scraper, we want to scrape the skis flat. We might need to sharpen this flat scraper And I usually do that with either a file or just 100 grit sandpaper. Just flatten it out so that it's nice and sharp, and then just working front to back. And I'll show you this way. Notice the wax is just peeling off. We want to scrape as much wax as we can off of it. We don't want to bear down so hard that we're going to scrape the base off, which is possible to do. We want really no wax to be built up at all on the base of the ski. The wax itself embeds in the pores of the ski. Now, alright, so that's adequate for that. Now we've got a coarse brush that I use to clean the skis. Now I'm going to use this brush to brush off any excess wax. And maybe you can see the texture of the ski base that's showing. As I use this brush, it's going to remove the wax that the scrapers were unable to remove. You can see the wax building up here. My rule of thumb is to brush it until I can't see any evidence of wax on the base at all. And generally about 5 times in one spot. 5 times, again, front to back, hard strokes 5 times over the same spot. Then I've got a finer brush here. This is a nylon brush, and this will do the final polishing of the skis. And if you can see that, the light, we see the texture of the ski, and it's looking fairly uniform. So this one, you don't have to bear down as hard, but we're moving it again front to back and 5 times over each section. And there we have it. We have a finished version of a very nicely waxed ski.